Everybody, I hope you're having a great day. I decided to come outside. It's extremely gorgeous outside, and I didn't want to miss this opportunity to film a video for you. So first and foremost, I want to thank you to all of the ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for participating in my poll. One of the top topics that came up was what to share on LinkedIn. So I'm going to be as specific as possible, and this is more of an exploration of your thoughts instead of telling you what to post, because I post content that I'm successful in doing. I post content that I'm confident in sharing with the world, and I would really hope that you, when you're ready to get started, that you do that as well. So the first thing you want to ask yourself is, what am I passionate about? What are my strengths? What have I done for the past 2 to 5 years that have helped people? What makes me wake up in the morning and do every day? And it doesn't necessarily have to be related to your career. It could simply be you volunteering in your community. You can talk about traveling and how it opens up your mind and expands our horizons. So I really want to stress the importance of focusing on a topic that you are comfortable with, that you are confident to share with the world, and that you're really good at doing. And I say that because when people kind of like read news stories and they kind of just restate what, for example, a CNN journalist says, it doesn't really speak volumes in your ability to think outside of the box and add your own perspective. So if you want to even do commentary on things that are happening in the news and I would say your industry, I would really recommend that you put your own perspective on the conversation and try to be as personal with your content as possible, because as you know, we're going through a bit of change right now with the economy. And a lot of people are on LinkedIn looking for inspiration, for personal development, or that go-to person that they can wake up every morning and see their content when they open up the app. So think about what your strengths are and what you're passionate about, or even what are you just successful at doing every day? What have you been successful at doing for the past 5 to 10 years? So think about that. The other thing that I would recommend are what issues are happening in your industry. I say this because if you have a solution to a problem and you don't necessarily kind of complain about things in your industry, but you come up with a solution, that could open up the door for a CEO, a startup, a social influencer to get inspired to add to the conversation. And you really want to, when it comes to content, I've been doing this for 6 years, and one thing I can say is clickbait. It's temporary success, but if you know how to write in a way that catches people's attention and inspires people to click and read, share, comment, or at least if they don't even engage with your content, they just it sits in their mind for quite some time, you really know that you're doing a good job. So think about the issues in your industry, issues that are happening in certain areas of the world. Put your spin on it, add your personality, add your perspective. Don't be afraid to maybe not necessarily agree with what standard society agrees with, as long as it's in a professional way and you're not offending anybody. So think about that. And then also, how can you solve these problems with things that have worked for you with solving them, or maybe even recognizing people who have done it at a really high level, and you recognize them, and maybe you tag them in a post, etc. The other thing that I would also think about if you are not just an employee or an entrepreneur is try to think about what you think is going to happen in the future when it comes to your industry or an industry that you have an interest in. And I say this because I think it's really interesting when somebody puts out a projection of what can happen in the next 5 to 10 years. And whether you end up being right or not, I mean, as long as you're comfortable with putting yourself out there like that, it can open up a conversation and really have maybe a potential employer reach out to you and say, I've read your post, I really like this, we need somebody in the company that thinks like this. Are you open for opportunities? And if you're a business owner, if you put out a projection, it can potentially attract potential customers who have the same mindset, or maybe have thought of that and start to believe with time of reading your posts and watching your videos that you are the go-to company or the go-to person to solve that problem. So just think about these aspects. I'll end it off from here. Thank you so much again for participating in my LinkedIn polls. I'll do my best to do one once a week. I want to create content that helps solve your problems at work, in life, or in business. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, post a comment below. And if you're new to my page, click the follow button. Stay tuned for more content. Take care. Bye.